Happy Sunday, sinners, and welcome to a championship edition of All Aboard for Hell, because today we watch the AFC and NFC championships, reminisce about Super Bowls past, and I spend like an hour accusing the Chiefs of having cheated their way to the top in the last one. We fucking had that shit. We fucking
Yes, we
had that
did.
shit.
Fuck them.
And I love the Super Bowl jersey you got. That's very Philly. Respect. I don't have
Yes.
one because I don't respect myself. So why would I respect Philly? Anyway, so yeah, the lineup is. I think this is what the likeliest Super Bowl outcome is going to be, right? So we got the Lions and the San Francisco 49ers. We get the Ravens against the Chiefs. I personally think it's going to be red on red. It's going to be Chiefs and Niners. How about you?
I personally want it to be Ravens versus Lions.
That'd be so much more interesting. It would
Yes.
be. The Ravens defense has been magnificent this year, so maybe they can put a stop to the Chiefs. Maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. They're going to have to deal with an army of Swifties outside, though. I mean, all those people.
I mean, as much as I'm a Swiftie, I'm not
Mhm.
rooting for the Chiefs because fuck Travis Kelsey. You know, as
Wow.
as a boyfriend for her, good for her. I think he's good for her. But because they beat our ass last year, I just can't. I can't.
Because they
The
cheated
yeah,
our ass last year. Thank
I
you.
know. God
No, that
damn, that last call, like they where was the flag for fuck's sake?
it wasn't there because God hates us. No one likes us. We don't care. Well, that includes the Lord above. So maybe we should revise that. I don't know. We care about one. Come on, Big J. You had your 12 buddies, that wedding at Cana, water to wine, a bit of a sissy choice. Should have gone for liquor, but all right. Yes,
No, no,
I'm
no. We
I'm
need to
I'm
be invoking Lucifer since we're all aboard for hell. We
Ajnajkim
we were doing it wrong.
Hathalokajna. No, wait, that's the one ring. Shit. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Summoning Aleister Crowley. Why do I know that?
I don't know why you know that, and
Well, I
it's
had a
kind of
copy of the
scary.
Satanic Bible I used to read to scare my mom, just to keep her on her fucking toes. She would tell me not to do something. It's like, you know what? Devil worship, mom. I'm going to hell. So you see, this has been a theme for me my whole life.
No words. I have
If you
no fucking
expected
words.
better, you're in the wrong. But no, so let's actually look up because I don't have it on hand. Um, I'm looking up their actual standings right now, right? So this is going to be close. The Chiefs are 13-6, the Ravens are 14-4, right? Now this tears me apart because on one hand, fuck the Chiefs for beating us
The
last
fuck are you
year.
talking about?
Eh, huh?
I'm looking at the standings right now. It says 11-6.
I'm looking at fucking Google saying Chiefs and Ravens right now. Kansas City Chiefs are 13-6
I'm on
and 14-4.
ESPN.
Fuck ESPN. Look it up on Google. But
The
also, let me look up
hell?
ESPN just to verify. I don't watch these fucking teams. Why would I keep track of what they're doing? I'm pretty sure it's 13-6 and 14-4, right? So both of those are respectable as hell. The problem is, you know, Baltimore,
No way. It doesn't say. It doesn't tell me. What am I typing in?
NFL games today, then click on any of the team standings. And it says the Lions are
It says
14-5 and
11-6.
13. Well, then I'm looking at wrong shit.
Yeah, that's what I said. ESPN is right. There you go. Fuck you, Paul.
Deal with it. I don't give a shit. Okay.
So
So,
since I have the
anyway,
right standings, the Chiefs are
Jesus.
11-6 and the
Yes.
Ravens are 13-4. Lions and 49ers are both 12-5.
Okay, well, in any case, I was wrong. This should not surprise anyone. I've been wrong many times in my life.
Fuck
So,
yeah.
there we go.
Did you see
Thank
that,
you for
Paul?
correcting me. I saw it. I was not gonna. What? Wait.
Uh,
Yeah. This video is not for kids. Y'all can
no,
see that I
please.
was listening to a podcast in Spanish. If you saw my little Apple Watch telling all on me, I only understand a little bit of it.
At
So
least it didn't say Pornhub.
It said that too. It said that too. It's
Okay,
amazing
okay,
what you can
gotcha.
control from this
Oh,
thing. You know,
gotcha.
you get the flashlight, the shower mount, and it's just doing this was really questionable. But I'm gonna own that. I don't give a shampoo, conditioner. There we go.
Oh, perfect. I changed it to you, and it's just solo of you doing those hand motions.
I'm fine with it. My parents are gonna be ashamed, but they already are.
Hey,
Anyway,
hey.
so yeah, I think the best possible outcome, the interesting outcome from a sports wagering perspective, would be a Ravens Lions Super Bowl. And the reason
Yes.
for that is actually, you know what? You're the one who's into it. Why don't you give us the reasons?
I don't know the reasons. I
All
just
right,
know I don't
fuck
want
it.
the
It's the ones that no one expects. Everyone fucking anticipates that, you know, it, the Lions and the Ravens are going to be playing against the Niners and the Chiefs, but they're also going to be playing against the referees, right? Like,
Yeah, all season it's been call after
yes,
call or missed calls by the refs. It's what the fuck's going on?
my favorite team in the NFL is the referees. They always win, motherfuckers. So, actually, let's hark back to the Super Bowl that really mattered, the one that we won. But actually, I can't say we because I wasn't in Philly at the time.
Right here.
Yeah,
Super Bowl 52, baby.
we got that shit. So I was still deep in Memphis, Tennessee when that game was going on, right? And I remember
Yeah.
watching it. And then the havoc that unfolded in Philadelphia, it was all over the news. People climbing greased up poles, actually applying like abrasive powder so they could climb it easier, flipping cars, just absolute bedlam. And I remember distinctly thinking, Philadelphia, I will never live there. Surprise to fucking prize. I love it in
Listen,
Philly. Philly's a
I
wonderful city. Yes, it has problems, but god damn it, I love it.
no, I mean, I remember when that Super Bowl happened. I was deep in Philly then, and I just remember telling my family members who didn't live here, like the ones in the Philippines and stuff like that,
Yeah.
like, look, win or lose, we're gonna fucking riot because we're Philly. I don't give a fuck, but I would love to win, especially since we were going against Tom Brady. God.
Yeah. Oh god, fucking Tom Brady. I despise him because objectively, he is a great player. Truly like the actual greatest that the game has ever fucking seen. And just to prove that, he switched divisions and teams and he still went and he still won. There's no beating him. The only way you can win is if he decides not to play. That's it.
You know what?
I don't
All
know.
I've got to say about Tom Brady is as much as I hated him and the Patriots and everything because he just kept winning.
Yeah.
He is a great quarterback. I'll give him that. And Jackie, if you're listening, I know I'm eating my words. She's a big Pats fan.
Jackie can be wrong about everything else, but on this one, unfortunately, she is right. At least we're finally out of anyone but the fucking Patriots territory, you know?
No, we're in the anyone but the Chiefs territory now
Oh
because
shit.
they are basically the new Patriots if you really think about it.
Yeah, they're kind of making what's his fuck pretty boy Chiefs, Patrick
Mah-
Mahomes.
Mahomes.
Yeah, they're making him like the face of the league, which I mean, you could do worse. You could do worse. He's got his organization that helps kids. They call it the Mahomies, which is objectively that is fucking great. That is brilliant advertising, right? That is wonderful.
Yeah.
And that man has the nerve to not be a complete asshole.
Mm-hmm.
Like Tom Brady, give him respect for the game, but fuck that asshole. Patrick Mahomes, give him respect for the game. He's not that much of an asshole. If he is, I haven't heard.
I
Maybe
mean,
I'm
the
wrong.
only
Maybe I just
thing
not looking for the
wrong
stories.
no, the only thing wrong with him is the drama with his brother, but that's his brother. You know what I'm saying? It's
Who
not
doesn't
him.
have drama about your brother in some
Yeah.
way or shape or form? No, forget that. He's
And his
not.
wife.
He's
Like
not
people
into.
hate his wife. People hate his wife.
Why? I'm not
I
asking.
I
Like,
I I I don't know. Let's see. Why do
so
people not like Brittany Mahomes?
she gets mad if her son's full name isn't used. Don't say Bronze's real name. What?
I think why do I feel like she did something with his brother?
I don't
I don't
know.
know. I'm not whatever.
Well, Brittany, I don't give a shit. I'll call your kids whatever the fuck I want. Um, but she can also call her kids millionaires because they are definitely inheriting a sum of
Yes, they
money.
are.
Like, well, fuck. There's some cute kids though, actually.
They
Okay.
do. Yeah. Or was
Well,
it that they called her a gold digger? I don't fucking know at this point. Whatever. But look, she stood by him since high school. She deserves every single fucking penny at this point.
they're a fucking actual team then. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, fuck. I can't hate the man. Shit, he's too
She was
wholesome.
with him during the draft and everything.
Son of a bitch. Okay. All right, fine.
Yeah. I personally
Well,
don't have anything against them as a couple, as a person.
mm,
I just don't like the Chiefs winning because it's the next Patriots.
yep.
So any
Well,
hate I have for the Chiefs and Travis Kelsey and Patrick Mahomes is just related to the fact that they keep winning the fucking Super Bowl. As people, I think they're great.
that's some Philly level of pettiness. It is. Yeah.
It is.
I
Fuck it.
accept it. Um,
But you know
so
what? I think one thing we need to talk about from
what's
Super
up?
Bowl 52, the one that we won,
Yeah.
was the Philly special. Do you remember that
Oh,
play?
oh, hold up. No. I was watching it. I didn't know. Well, remind me. Let's enumerate that for our viewers and listeners, all both of them, and thank you both for that.
Yes, thank you so much. The Philly special is where Nick Foles caught the touchdown right before halftime,
Oh,
right? It was like a
yeah,
trick play.
it was. So, actually, I'm reading from the internet. The Philly special is a trick play in American football that involves a direct snap to the running back, who then hands off to a tight end and the quarterback. In Super Bowl 52, the Eagles head coach, Doug Peterson, called the play on 4th and goal with 34 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So,
Yes.
yeah, I forgot that was what it was called, but I do remember seeing that and being like, oh, brilliant.
Yeah. I mean, there were so many people like playing that video over and over again. I remember watching like, holy shit, the Philly special. Or some people called it Philly Philly or whatever. But either way, it was a great fucking play. And if we never got that in at 4th and goal, we probably wouldn't have won.
Well, we did. And thank you,
Yes.
Big Dick Nick, for coming in
Yes.
at the last moment. Thank
Yeah,
you for
so
that.
so for the people who aren't from Philly or don't follow the Eagles, he is Big Dick Nick for us. And I said
Yeah.
that to somebody once at Mohegan. Oh shit, I just named one of the places I worked. But yeah, I said that to somebody at one of the places that I worked. And they're like, "What the hell did you say?" I'm like, "Big Dick Nick. That's what we call him."
Well, don't worry. I'll omit that. I'll try to figure out how to use DaVinci Resolve to blur your mouth and also just cut the audio so you can have some level of anonymity. Um,
Yes.
making me fucking
Considering we
work,
talked about we're
bitch.
from considering we were like, "Oh, we know each other from Sugar House."
Fuck it, it stays. No. um,
Ah,
so yeah, that was a fucking fun game to watch.
dude, yeah.
But I think the aftermath was even better because you had the Mummers Parade and not the Mummers Parade, sorry. It was the
Jason
parade for the
Kelsey.
yes, he
Yeah.
was dressed like a mummer. That's what it was. We can
Yes.
talk about the mummers on another episode because my God, we can go for an hour. We can go for a day about them. Um,
Yeah, that's its own fucking topic at this
yeah,
point.
we should add that if we haven't. Anyway, um, so Jason Kelsey gave one of the most impressive speeches that I have ever heard. Dressed like some fucking gay Aladdin. Like there's no way to say it. He looked like Prince Ali from fucking Aladdin, only if he got mugged by Mardi Gras. Like that's the aesthetic, okay?
Oh, you know what?
Mardi Gras meets Middle East. Show that shit.
I will. Of course. As soon as I look up Jason Kelsey, it brings up him at the Chiefs game last week with no shirt on.
He's just constantly giving us art, honestly.
I know he is amazing. But yes, I am sharing the screen so you can see. You're right. It does look like a gay Aladdin. I never even put two and two together.
Yeah. Yeah. That was what he looked like to everybody else in the country. I know that Philly has like, "Oh, he's a mummer. Oh my god, that's so Philly." He is gay Aladdin.
I give you that. I never even put 2 and 2 together. I just saw it as he's a mummer, but I was in Philly, so I knew what the mummers were. You didn't, so yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, forget the tacky ass outfit. It is fucking tacky. That's gaudy as fuck. Don't pretend it's not. Embrace it. But he said a few things. I can't remember the whole speech, but by God, I remember. What was it? He said, "Hungry dogs run faster." And at this point, Philly had been struggling for any kind of recognition for a long time, I feel like. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, we know the Philadelphia Eagles. Okay, big whoop. We're going to beat them, right? It didn't matter who you were. My team was the Saints at that time. So,
yeah. I mean, I think at
who
that
dat?
point, everyone was like,
Respect
"Philly
the who
always
dat nation.
chokes." Philly always chokes because
Yeah.
we'd make it to championship games, like, with McNabb and Vic, but we'd
Hmm.
never go all the way. And then we finally did it with a fucking backup QB.
That is like a great story. That's like a fucking movie right there. But it
Bradley
happened.
Cooper, if you're listening, make it because I know you're a big Eagles fan.
Oh, is he? I already love Bradley Cooper. Now I gotta stand him even harder. Okay, I didn't know
Yes.
that.
Yeah, he's always at the
Damn,
games. He was at last year's Super Bowl wearing a jersey, like a jacket and stuff like that.
that
He
is
is the
badass.
biggest Philly fan. That's why he made Silver Linings Playbook in Philly. Come on.
Okay,
I think is he
okay.
from Philly? Mm.
I don't know, but Bradley Cooper hometown. Let's see what the internet has to say. Philadelphia,
Fuck
Pennsylvania.
yeah. Fuck yeah.
So there we go.
So we
Ah,
stan him
Jesus.
and Kevin Hart.
Yeah. We have to get Kevin Hart a stepladder so we can look him in the eye when we stand him. I mean, that guy
Yeah.
is short as fuck. Like d-
And I
no
don't know
no
if we can
disrespect.
I don't know if we can
Hobbit.
uncancel Will Smith yet, but obviously Will Smith.
Keep his name out your fucking mouth. I remember
Eh,
that in
yeah. Ugh, that
yo, okay, so
fucking
this is
slap.
completely unrelated, but we go off on tangents all the time. When I saw that, I thought it was staged at first. I thought it was like a
Yes.
work between him and Chris Rock. And Chris Rock seemed to think it was funny at first, like, oh, what's he gonna do? What you got? Ugh! And concuss the motherfucker on stage.
That was the slap that was heard all over the fucking world. Come
And
on.
having lived in West Philadelphia at the time, I can tell you the only sentiment was he should have kept her name out of his mouth. That's all. What?
Exactly. What the fuck was
It's
he doing, you
like
know?
it's like, well, that's complete bullshit. We'll admit it in private, but to everybody else, like, Chris was wrong. But the whole time we're like, Will was wrong as hell.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
I
like,
mean, look, if you're
oh,
gonna
dude.
beat the shit out of him, don't do it where there are cameras or anyone that can like have any witnesses. You do that shit in
Yeah.
private, okay? I don't give a fuck what.
Well, more to the point, like, is it really something to brag about that you beat Chris Rock in a fist fight? He's not tough. For Christ's sake. Will Smith's like got him by like a foot and a half and 50 pounds.
Jeez. Jeez, jeez,
Come
jeez.
on. Will, he's, I don't know. Personally, I don't know what else is going on. I'm not excusing his behavior, but I do want to know what the fuck else is happening. Like, for him to do that, how magical is Jada's pussy that he is willing to just subject himself to her humiliating him and also to just humiliate himself on stage, right? Like when he plays with it, a genie pops out and the genie looks like Jason Kelsey.
I mean, shit. I've got so much to say about Will and Jada. There's just so much drama with them. But you know what? We could probably do a whole episode on their drama. It's one of those things. But
Do you know what Jada thinks about Will? The best she could do after Tupac. I said what I said. I said what I said.
she said something actually along those lines not too
Oh,
long
did
ago.
she? Oh, fuck. I thought I was just being an asshole. Wow. Wow,
Mm,
Jada, you
No, she
bitch.
said something like
She doesn't care about us.
she thinks about him while she's fucking him, and she has to play like Tupac music when they're having sex sometimes, so she can get in the
The
mood.
Fresh Prince is a cuck.
Yeah,
Well,
pretty
no
much.
no shame on your game if that's how you roll, but Will, you could fuck half of Hollywood, dude. W- West
But I
Philadelphia, born
digress.
and raised.
But
Anyway,
let's talk about a better person from Philly that is a celebrity and his celebration of the Eagles Super Bowl win.
yes.
You know who I'm talking about? Kobe Bryant.
Yeah,
Rest in
yeah.
peace, my man. Rest in peace.
God, I knew 2020 would be fucking trash.
When
It
it started with that,
yeah.
shit.
Yeah. So, um really and truly, we were talking about Super Bowl stuff, but like let's have a detour here because there are very few players. We gave credit to Tom Brady for being the greatest in football, right? Kobe is objectively, he plays a different game than Michael ever did, but for any active player, the greatest. Seriously, he
I
was at
agree.
the top of his
Mhm.
fucking game. The only man who could maybe take it from him was LeBron, right?
Fuck
And
LeBron.
oh, come on, no, I'm so sick
Fuck
of this bullshit.
LeBron.
Everybody hating on LeBron James for what? Oh, is it the fact that he can literally do any fucking thing on the court? Just the most versatile goddamn
I
player
mean, look,
ever?
it's you
Is
know
it
what?
his aggression, his coordination? Is it the accuracy? What is it exactly about LeBron you don't like?
Okay, let's put it to you this way. It's more personal because he created a school called No One Left Behind, okay? And every
Oh,
single fucking
oh
eighth
boy.
grader failed the standardized test. So he's right, no child left behind because they can't be left behind if everybody's not there. Nobody made it, so he's right.
I will
Anyway,
not
sorry.
praise his academic prowess, okay? I'm just saying he's a great player. Anyway, no.
Anyway, yeah, we went to like a whole different sport.
Look, I don't care. Linda doesn't like basketball at all. She thinks it's boring, and I'm just like, how? Is it the
Ah,
fact that the game doesn't get interrupted every other fucking minute?
that
Is it
is
the finesse?
blasphemy, Linda.
Is it the accuracy that the players play with? I don't get it. It's so much more fun to watch than fucking football. I said what I said.
You know what? I am Filipino and we have three
Mhm.
B's, okay? It is beauty contest, boxing, and basketball. I'm talking
Boxing. That
like
starts with a
Miss
P, okay?
Universe,
You could talk
boxing,
about
basketball.
I'll
We're
also
just too
go
short.
you know what? I'll go one even further. I feel like Pacquiao beat Mayweather back in the day.
He
I
did.
feel like
I'm
he did.
sorry.
He landed more punches. He was active, and Mayweather just kind of sat there eating punches because that's what he can fucking do. And the judges were like, "Well, we're not giving it to him." Like, honest to God, it was such a
That's
fucked up
racist.
I mean, I ain't saying it, but maybe. Anyway, yeah, Pacquiao beat Mayweather. That's the other hot take. Mayweather's a fantastic fighter. I couldn't beat him. Shit, if I had a gun, I couldn't beat him because he'd take it
No,
away and then beat me with
exactly. No, no,
it.
no.
So,
Like, I would not want to be in a fist fight with him either. Fuck that. I'm
but
dead.
also Pacquiao would also whoop the shit out of me. I'm not a fighter. But
Exactly.
yeah. So I didn't know that basketball was huge in the Philippines. Actually, that was something I didn't know about.
It is. The only thing is you don't see professional ones
Hmm.
in America because we're too short. That's it. We just don't have the height. Like
Start getting some fucking
our centers
vitamins.
are probably like 6 feet for fuck's sake.
Well, 6 feet may be tall in general, but in the NBA, that ain't shit.
That's a point
So,
guard. That's a short point
yeah,
guard. So
unfortunate. Anyway, back to football. So,
yes,
I am saying it's going to be probably Chiefs and Niners. I don't think this is going to be the most interesting Super Bowl. If I'm wrong, if the Ravens go, then I think it's going to be Ravens and Niners because I just don't think the Lions are going to
yeah.
take
I
it.
don't think the Lions are going to take it. I think Niners, no matter what.
Mm.
And I think from a sports betting perspective, we need the Niners to lose because a lot of people, like after last year's thing, they went and like bet on the Niners to win it all.
Hold on, hold on. When was the last time the Ravens won the Super Bowl? If I could spell super right, that might get me to an answer faster. The Ravens won Super Bowl in 2001 and in 2013, actually. They beat the Niners last time by a little, like 3 points in 2013.
Okay.
So it's been a fucking decade. The Ravens are due for a win. Well, they're not due for
Listen,
anything, but still.
I'm pulling for the Niners. Not the Niners, sorry. I'm pulling for the Ravens, sorry. We've got no skin in the game. We had a
Yeah.
shitty end to our season.
There's
So I'm going for the Ravens at this point.
there's a fucking meme that was so funny because there was it's a thing that infants and young kids do. Like kid walking with a cup of water, spills a little, and then empties the whole thing out. Well, someone
Yeah.
superimposed uh they superimposed Hertz's jersey onto the baby. It's like that's the whole season right there. And I'm just
Oh,
like, that is Jalen
you know
Hurts is
what?
gonna go to his other expression.
Oh my god. Honestly, I'm just so glad they're cleaning up house because our OC and our DCs fucked us. That's simple as
um
that.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they were doing, like, the whole time. Like, Sirianni, give him another year. Give him 1 more year. Let's see what happens. But the offensive and defensive coordinators can get jettisoned. Actually, fuck Sirianni too. Give us someone else. Fuck it.
You know what? I was talking to my boss and he was like, from a non-Philly perspective, you can't really complain because he's made it to the playoffs 3 times.
He's made it and not taken
Yeah.
us.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe. We'll see what
I
happens,
mean,
but,
look, his team is the Bears. So from a Bears perspective, where your team can't even make it to the playoffs, it's.
why do we care what anyone who likes the Bears has to say about anything?
Hey, I'm just trying not to get fired, so.
Okay, sure. Whatever. He probably references that stupid fucking SNL thing. Da Bears. God damn, I
Oh.
hate it. Hear that shit all the fucking time from those assholes. Anyway, yeah, that's my predictions. So, what are you going to be doing the day of the game? How are you going to be watching it? Because I already know what I'm doing. Right? I am talking full on fat motherfucker. Like it's going to be a charcuterie board of hamburgers and wings. All right, I am going full bore for this shit because I can. That's it. That's my whole plan.
So for me, we haven't decided whose house we're gonna watch it at yet because it's
Hmm.
either gonna be my house or my brother's house. But we're gonna order wings and pizza and stuff like that. So
That's fair.
nothing,
That's
nothing too
fair.
fancy. I'm
Yo, the
at this point. I'm just here for the halftime show. You got, and for the anthem, you got Reba McEntire doing the anthem, and you got the Usher halftime show, and I have no idea why the hell we have Post Malone doing America the Beautiful.
So if he tries to sing, he can. But I listened to one thing from Post Malone, and that's when he teamed up with Ozzy Osbourne. I'm just like, oh fuck, I know one of these kids. Kid,
I only
Ozzy,
like his
no.
one song, the Sunflower song from the Spider-Man movie, Morales movie.
Oh
Into the
fuck. Yeah,
Spider-Verse or
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
Yeah. That was a
That
good
was
song.
into the
Other than that,
Spider-Verse. Yeah,
no.
that's good.
Yeah.
That just means that we're not hip kids anymore. I was never a hip kid, so
Oh,
um
you know what? While we're here, because what is the best halftime show you've ever seen?
the best halftime show I've ever seen, period. I must actually say Rihanna fucking took it. That was incredible. That was a whole goddamn show. R-
So Rihanna's one last year. It was really distracting because me and Shireen were just texting each other like, "She fucking pregnant? Is she fucking pregnant? Is that a baby bump? Like, what the fuck is this?" So it was kind of distracting.
Well, that's not what I was watching, okay? I was watching the performance. See, women notice shit that men never will because I didn't think anything of it. I'm just like, that catsuit reminds me of like what Britney Spears wore in that fucking video in the 90s. Damn,
No, we
okay.
were like, "She's got to be pregnant because she's not dancing like she used to do?" She was like, "Just a little bit," but
I don't give a shit. That was still so much better than anything else. Although I will say, I do think it was funny watching 50 Cent try to it's like, you've been in the club too long. You need to go to the gym. 50, you
listen,
about a
50
buck
Cent.
25, man.
Exactly. You ain't 50 Cent no more. All right, bro. You know what? For me personally, I did enjoy the Dre one because it really took me back to my childhood. I have a love for West Coast, West Coast rap. So
That doesn't surprise me somehow. Okay.
West Coast gangster rap. That's what I call it. So, and I was just waiting for him to do "Fuck the Police," but I know because NWA and him.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
I
so
don't.
be it. We can
Yeah.
dream. But yeah, bringing Usher into it, like they are so trying to get the millennials involved. Like his music was a fucking club anthem. Everything.
Mhm. Yeah, I guess if you really look at the halftime shows that are
Mhm.
happening right now, they're getting people from our childhood, from the early 2000s
Yeah,
and,
that's how we know we're
that sort of thing.
old.
Yeah, it's appealing to us, you know?
When you hear when you hear the music of your childhood blasting in the grocery store, you know that that AARP card is not far off.
Fuck you.
Um,
Fuck.
but
I did
yeah.
like Bruno Mars's one,
Okay.
and then Beyonce, that was funny because they had to, like, postpone second half because she got rid of all the power. Like, the lights wouldn't turn back
Yeah.
on and shit like
You
that.
know what? I remember watching that when the lights went out, and at that time, I was still in Mississippi, and I was thinking, "Motherfucking Al Qaeda won't let us have a goddamn thing." I didn't know what was going on. I'm seriously sitting there like, "Fucking terrorists.
Yeah, I mean,
We're gonna send all of Queen Bey's, fucking entourage. They will clear those motherfuckers out. You want a jihad? No. You gonna
ooh,
get antagonized by people shouting "Yeehaw." No, we ain't doing this."
mm-mm.
But yeah, I
I
think I
guess the
think
most
I think Rihanna's
iconic
was my
anthem
favorite.
is Whitney Houston?
Oh, wait, you know what? No. Let me amend my answer. The most recent one, yes, but the best of all time, the greatest Super Bowl halftime show, Prince. And
I don't know if I was in America for that yet.
so Prince took the fucking stage. It was raining hard as hell. And, people came up to him and said,
Oh, I was in America. How did I
yeah,
not see this?
you might not have watched it. Um,
Huh.
but the people who were coordinating it, um, hey, so it's not going to stop raining for a while. How do you want to handle this? And Prince, stringing his guitar, looks up and goes, "Can you make it rain harder?" Like, what a badass answer. That
He's he's
that little
amazing.
motherfucker took the stage in heels while it rained. That was just a great show. It was a fucking Prince concert in the middle of a football game. So, yeah, actually, I will go with that one. Rihanna, yours was great. You ain't Prince.
You know which one I didn't enjoy
Let's hear it.
recently? The Weekend. It was weird.
No
I
one
just didn't
enjoyed
like
that.
those. It's like,
No,
yeah.
I was like, I already don't listen to this man, and he's not giving me a reason to get interested. Like,
Mm-mm. Yeah,
do you remember
it was a little bit weird,
what was
like
it? There was
with
one where the Red Hot Chili Peppers showed up, and I'm just like, okay, Anthony Kiedis is not aging a goddamn day. But about that time is when I was also learning that he was like kind of creepy on Too Young for Him girls, and I'm like, and neither do his dates. Him and Leo DiCaprio
yeah.
both out there just like waiting. They're going to the preschools. Like, I bet she gets hot. I bet she gets hot. I bet she gets hot. That one's already kind of
Oh, do you
hot.
remember the Janet Jackson one with JT? And
Yeah, I
the
remember that. I
Nipplegate.
was in. Oh, my camera has decided to go out of focus. Let's fix this.
That's okay.
Um,
Nipplegate.
but hmm. Yeah, so that one was I so I think it was Chris Rock who made the joke. Past 45, that's your husband's titties, okay? From
Hmm.
19 to 27, those tits are for the community. It's like, well, that's misogynist as hell, but also you got a point.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a point, you
No,
know?
the show itself was great. I thought it was funny as hell. And then all these people, the same people who complained about seeing Janet Jackson's titty on stage, were the ones who got mad about football players kneeling years afterward. I am convinced of that. Same pack of fucking Karens.
I completely forgot about the whole kneeling for the national anthem thing. That was like with Kaepernick started that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he did actually. And I think, let's just be honest, the people who were complaining about that were just pissed off to see a black dude doing something that looked, to them out of pocket, but he actually was informed by, I believe it was a soldier. Like, how do you respectfully call attention to someone? He said, take a knee. Like, that's what we do for our fallen comrades. Take a fucking knee. It's a gesture
Okay.
of calling attention to the fact that how many of your players are black, how much of your audience is black, and how much of that audience has had to deal with some absolute fucking bullshit like the conversation. anyone who is watching or hearing this, if you're black, you know what that conversation is. You see 50 roll up. I'm using the nomenclature to stay current, but for God's sake, you see cops. What do you do? Nothing angry. Don't look irritated. Hold that shit back. The most egregious example of this was probably, let me think. Her name was Diamond. That was Philando Castile, I think. And if I got
Yeah.
his name wrong, sorry y'all. Where his girlfriend was in the driver's seat and that fucking cop told him, "Give me your ID, but don't reach for your gun." And fucking opened fire with their child in the back. And that woman kept addressing Officer Yanez, that was him, as sir. She kept her calm in an extremely tense situation because that's something you get practice with doing, and it's fucking tragic. Kaepernick wanted to call attention to it, and I don't blame him for that. Like, if you got an audience, if you got a platform, and you can use it for some good, do it. So, yeah, football has been a very contentious thing. Honestly, I feel like we're happy to watch it, but there are some things the league should address. Violence amongst players, like it is a very violent sport anyway. But
Mhm.
when you had what was it, Ray Rice beat the shit out of his wife, girlfriend, I can't remember what she was in that elevator, and they were kind of like equal rights, equal lefts. Am I right, guys? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Well, and then we
Um,
had Michael Vick, who was doing the dog fighting
Yes,
shit. Come on.
God. Yeah,
He was a
we
fucking great quarterback, though. He could throw dimes out there, but
and when he got to the end zone, he actually spiked a puppy right into the turf.
ooh,
So, yeah, that was fucked up.
yeah.
Michael Vick doesn't care about me. I can say whatever I
No,
want. You
he
know
don't give a
why?
fuck.
He
You
no,
know.
he don't give a shit.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, there is a certain degree of violence inherent to any kind of contact sport, but actually, if you watch the Kelsey documentary on Amazon Prime, uh, there's a moment where Jason sits and says, I'm kind of worried about traumatic encephaly or whatever it is. I forget the abbreviation. Um, but you take enough hits to the head hard enough, long enough, things don't work so well.
That's true.
And I think that the solution, if there is a solution, involves less protection. Do it like the fucking rugby players, man. Those guys don't have a shitload of pads. It's still a game for tough motherfuckers, but you don't see the same degree of concussion. You know
No,
why?
you don't. Yeah.
Because you're a little less protected. You got to be a little gentler. Would that make the sport less sensational? Maybe, but I would much rather the players actually be able to retire one day without getting so fucking rattled up here that they lose their ability to control and regulate their temper. They get into these fits of fucking rage. You see it happen a lot. You see this tragic shit. So like, yeah, I love it, but football. Let me clarify. I enjoy watching it.
You love concussions?
Well, once you get enough of them, you don't know what you do or don't love. That's kind of the point.
Damn, Linda, didn't know you were doing that.
She gets the rolling pin out, and I'm like,
That's why you're getting married.
oh,
Uh-huh. You can't
okay.
leave now.
Yeah, yeah. Please help me. I'm in danger. No, that's all right. No, I'm
It's
always
okay, Linda.
dramatic,
I'm not telling nobody. I'll bring the rolling
but yeah.
pin over, you know? You need some
Damn,
help?
2 of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, we have this really nice rolling pin that's like it's like, the tapered one.
Oh, I
It's
want one of those.
it's nice though. It really is.
That's just
So
like
I
a
don't know.
fucking mini baseball bat. I want it.
Listen, whatever you went through in your childhood is not relative to the fact we're just trying to make some fucking croissants, okay?
Listen, listen, my grandma and her bamboo stick,
Ooh.
she just used it like a walking cane and then smacked the shit out of us. Come on.
Yeah, my grandmother was like, "Go outside and get a switch." So you can hear it cutting the air. Richard Pryor's best joke.
Oh my God. I
It's
just
like,
remember
"Nope."
the one time we were supposed to go to bed and my cousin like went like this and she got so pissed she smacked the shit out of him. She's like, "You making fun of the fucking dead boy? I'm gonna fucking make you dead. If you want to make fun of them, you want to lay like that, you're gonna be fucking dead."
Ah, childhood trauma. We're
Oh yeah.
unpacking a lot today.
Yeah, he was
But,
7, I was 11.
well,
Yes.
ay, Jesus, I don't know what to say to that. In any case, yeah,
R.I.P. Grandma.
yeah. Otherwise, she'll fucking haunt you. I don't know about that. Um, all this stuff notwithstanding, I do believe that this Super Bowl is going to be I believe it'll be Chiefs and Niners, and that's it. I don't think we really have much else of an outcome. If the Ravens do beat the Chiefs today, I will be so fucking happy because that is at least going to be an interesting game to watch. Personally, I want to see Ravens Lions, but who knows? Maybe we get it, maybe we don't.
You know what? I think we had so much hope because for a little bit there, the Chiefs started losing games.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, they're not going to make it this year. And then they just started winning again. I'm like, fucking hell. Fuck, fuck,
Yeah.
fuck.
Meanwhile, poor Eagles. They we started out so strong,
We
and it was like
imploded.
it's like that moment when you I don't know if you know this, but every single time I've been out with my friends, if we start roasting somebody, like we kind of take turns, and then you try to say something really devastating, and then you stammer. That's why mhm. That's the whole season. That's the last half of the season. We fucked up completely. It's
I
okay.
think it all happened after we lost to, who did we lose to? Whenever they changed the DC. Because
Oh
then that
yeah,
changes the whole dynamic of everything because you have to trust the DC, but now he's got a new plan, and ever since then, our defense couldn't get back together, you know? Obviously, our O line was having trouble, but it was, they
yeah.
were still functional enough where they could still make games. But when both D line and O line dies, we're done.
We completely kaput. Yeah, and that's unfortunate. Um, it's okay. I will say this though. I believe that Jalen Hurts has the making of one of the greatest quarterbacks that this sport will ever see. He needs the support.
He does,
He
yes.
he played with a broken finger and then he was like, fuck this shit. Rip the goddamn thing off so he can play unimpeded. That is tough as hell, okay? He also has a bit of an attitude because in one of those games, I don't remember what happened, but he ran all the fucking way after someone made a touchdown and just shoved him for the fuck of it. He's like, I did it. So what? Give me the flag.
Wow. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
because
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, that was needless and unnecessary, and I loved it.
Yeah, I remember that.
uh, so I think the last thing I want to talk about is I want to check the standings here, but most annoying NFL fans. I think we might have won. Did we? Oh, we did we tie with the fucking Cowboys?
What?
Per a survey conducted by The Athletic. So let's see. Athletic, why would you dare make me pay for this? Well, now I just got to find a way to circumvent your ad blocker, which is something I'm not going to tell anybody else how to do because I'd like to get some of the ad revenue one day, but I do know how to fucking get around it. There we go. Okay, so players around the NFL think Pat Mahomes is pretty good. Yes, he is. Hold on, let's see. Let's just Eagles. Let's find this.
I mean, also you
Okay.
you gotta address that the Eagles and the Cowboys have this fucking rivalry. You know what I'm saying? And we
I
were
don't
just
know where
so
that comes
happy they
from.
lost. I
Yeah, we
I
are.
have no idea. I just know it exists.
I will tell you this much. Before I came to Philly, my team was the New Orleans Saints, the meanest fucking players in the games, Bounty Gate, goddammit. We were literally just hurting people for profit. Um, welcome to NOLA. That's how we do it in Louisiana, bitch. um, stay the fuck out of Bossier City. But also just stay out of Bossier City, period. Like, don't go there. Don't, period. Just stay the fuck out. Stay out of Louisiana. Anyway, um, if we are, I think we won, but if we didn't, fuck them. We deserve to win the most annoying because there's a great one at the
Yeah, I
Bills
think we
game.
are tied. It says
Uh,
both Eagles and Cowboys.
that's fine. That's okay. The one thing, see, the Cowboys can't even win that.
Fuck 'em.
Yeah. Um, I accept. If we have to tie, at least it's for the people I can't stand the most. Cowboys fans, every time I hear them, we them boys. Are you gonna keep crying that shit when you're packing up your fucking way home? We them boys. Shut the fuck up.
I
Just shut
love
the
that
fuck up.
Cowboys meme where it always like, um,
Oh, the
you're at
circle
this
of
part of the
life?
playoff. Yeah, yeah, where
Yeah.
you're at this point now where you're gonna choke.
Yeah,
And that
ours
was
is
funny.
Ours is great too because it's like, what is it? The beginning of it, it's like, "We're gonna get this. If we don't win, I'm gonna fucking kill myself." Okay, good, we won.
Yeah, it's like a fucking like our heart rate goes up. Like I swear to God, my Apple Watch is always like, "You okay, girl? You gonna have a heart attack? What's going on?"
Yeah, mine hit 135 watching, the
Ooh.
Super Bowl game last year. It was pretty fucking intense. Oh, Jesus. But I was also eating some food that probably was not healthy for me, and someone may or may not have brought weed, so
Hey, didn't see nothing, didn't say shit.
it didn't blunt the sadness, but it's like, "Well, okay."
My God,
Um,
I just went to bed that year so disappointed. Like, oh, fuck.
you and the rest of Philly, for fuck's sake. I was in South Philly watching the game, and it was so quiet. It was so quiet. I'm just like, "Damn, we really okay, well, I guess it beats fighting through a riot to get home, but"
I mean,
um,
you would have preferred the riot because you would have been up on a fucking grease pole.
I definitely would
I
have.
know
I
it.
definitely would have. Are you kidding? I would have given my wallet and my fucking phone, my keys, I would given lit to Linda. It's like, "I have to do this," and probably got arrested.
And that's okay. If you ever like get a job interview where they do a background check and they're like, "Why
I'm
did you
gonna
get
brag about
arrested?"
it.
Yeah, look, fucking
Phillies
Eagles
won.
won.
Go
Yeah.
Birds!
Yeah, seriously.
I,
Fuck it.
so actually, now that I think about that, I'll tell this one before we get on to the condemnation because I definitely know who I want to send to hell. I remember that it was me and another employee I had poached from live casino, and we were talking to our boss, and he told him flat out, "Boss, if we win, I'm not coming to work Monday. I live in Philly. There's gonna be havoc. I won't be able to make it." And I'm like, "Boss, if we win, I no, you don't live in Philly." I was in Mayfair at that point. I was like, "Yeah, but still." He looks at both of us. "You 2 fuck me, so help me God." It's like,
I mean,
we
you may
both showed
not
up.
be you were in Mayfair though. The Mayfair does its own riot.
Yeah, it's like Coppin
Yeah,
and Castor all the fucking time.
exactly. Like when we won Super Bowl, that was the closest thing to me, Mayfair, because I was in the
Yeah,
greater
yeah.
Northeast and they were having like a fucking riot until like four
The
in the
greater
morning.
Northeast. Bitch, you were in Bucks County.
Man, I wasn't even in Bucks County. I was still technically Philly 19154, all right?
Oh, okay.
You
Uh,
19020 or 19120, whatever the fuck you were.
19020. Technically, that's
Yeah.
Philadelphia County. I was more Philly than you were.
I lived in
Although
Philly.
19149 though.
54.
That was shit, what was it? I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, Cottman and Castor, I think, was the intersection where everybody went to just go and
Yes.
raise hell.
Mhm.
And I was like, ooh, I get to have fun and get to spend the night in the drunk tank with the other reprobates,
And
screaming
then
"Go
we
Birds" at
lost.
each other for 3 hours. Yeah, then we
And
lost.
then
It's
we
all because I
lost.
wanted to do it. It's my fault, really. Anyway, I think that before we conclude, we have to send someone to hell. I nominate the referees,
Yes.
specifically the referees who did not. Okay, I know it happened 6, 7 years ago, but there was a game that determined if the Saints would go when we played it against the Rams, and the bullshit that the refs did permitted us to get absolutely fucked out of that opportunity. Now, the Saints getting fucked out of their chances is nothing new, but that one hurt. So, refs, go to hell.
Yeah, I mean,
Anyone
I
you want
don't
to
know
send?
that game. I never watched that one because I don't give a fuck about the Saints. But yeah, I agree with the sentiment. The refs have been fucking up. Seriously.
They have been, and I think like at this point, it's no longer just paranoia about fairness. It's like someone's paying these fuckers. And it ain't just Roger Goodell, okay? Like someone is I don't trust it. I just don't
And
trust
you
it.
know what they're saying with the whole rise of sports betting, the referees have gotten worse.
You know what? That is I've heard that. I didn't really buy that at first, but
Look at this whole fucking season.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Personally, I think they should have to disclose all their income and what they're spending it on during the season because this shit is getting fucking crazy. Maybe that's just me being paranoid and aching for an excuse and opportunity to have someone to blame, but fuck them.
Well, if you're gonna do it, make sure you don't get the money directly because, that's stupid. If you're somebody
Stop
who
giving him
needs
advice.
if you're somebody who
Stop
needs
it.
money and you need somebody who needs to be put in a nursing home,
Oh
make
my
sure they
God, we're
pay
teaching them how
directly
to be
to the
mules.
nursing home.
Fuck.
I'm just saying they can't trace it to you. It'll be harder.
Welcome to Committing Financial Crimes with Ann.
Yes. Yes. If you've
That
got a secret
reminds me, I
family
got my
nobody knows
W
about.
2. I said, oh, your papa knows something about that. Not to air too much of your business, but we've talked about that, haven't we?
My grandpa had a secret family too. An entire fucking secret family. Anyway,
How the fuck on an island as small as the Philippines do you manage to keep that up? How?
he was a bus driver. Like, you know how you have the Greyhound buses that drive to different cities?
Yeah.
He'd drive the same route back and forth, and he'd have a family in one city and a family in the other.
See, this is dangerous because you don't ever know. You might be fucking a cousin. This is, no.
Why do you think I've said it before. Never wanted to date Filipinos because I had no idea if we're doing incest. Come on.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well,
Yeah.
anyway, um,
Oh, also here's the meme. There's a meme out there. And I told my husband, you need to work on this because our children need to be Filipino. And it's, are you really Filipino if your grandpa doesn't have a secret family?
y- I have no words. No, I have
Anyway,
words, but I don't feel like it. To hell with the refs and also Ann's grandpa. I guess. I don't know. He can drive the bus that takes the refs to hell. There. Now it has come full circle. We're good.
there you go.
All right. Folks, thank you for watching or listening, whatever platform you listen to us on. Be sure to share this with people because fuck it. We want to make money from bullshitting. And
Yeah, and we
work
don't
is
want to work a day job anymore. Come on, we want to do this. You start paying
seriously.
us for this, we can give you better content.
Maybe. I don't know. She'll commit to
Or
that. I
or,
won't.
or
I'm not doing
more
shit.
content. We can give you more
Yeah, not
content. How
better,
about that?
but more. More of the
More.
same bullshit that you just listened
Come
to because you
on. You
if
know
you
you want to
donate
have
to
a series called Turn Paul into a Swiftie.
for the love of Christ, turn it off now. And all right, folks, if we don't see you next week, then we'll definitely see you in hell.
With
Bye.
some refs.
Fuck those refs. Goddamn
Fuck
asshole
those cunts.
cocksuckers.
Actually, can
Fucking
I say cunt?
bastard. Cunt, dick, cock,
Yes,
pussy.
there you go.
Anything but a slur, you're good.
Fuck you, cunt.
There we go.
Coño de madre. Your
I don't.
mother's cunt.
I understood a little of that. I was like, coño, wait a minute. That means
Coño's cunt.
it also is used as an exclamation, which I heard in Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, because there's that one character who says "coño," and I was like, did they just let that in there? Wow,
Did they really? That's
they
fucking
did.
cunt. Okay.
But
All right.
anyway, fuck them. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Thanks for listening, folks. We hope you enjoyed the episode. The intro and outro music is Funky Box Step by Kevin MacLeod of Incompetech.com, licensed under Creative Commons by Attribution 4.0. If you enjoyed this episode, why not share the love by sharing the show with your friends? Or maybe your enemies. Both. Just share the episode. Thanks.